Good day, viewers, and welcome back to my channel. If this is the first time you're joining me, my name is Precious Edward, and I am glad you're joining me today. Please do like, subscribe, and share the video. I'm going to be having more exciting videos coming up that are going to be mind-blowing and refreshing. So today we are going to be looking at a topic I titled Understanding Deal Breakers and How Standards Can Be Adjusted in Relationships. For every relationship you're going through, there is something you feel you cannot let go. There is something you just think that partner should have or that person should possess to make them qualified to be called your partner or to be in a relationship with you. So deal breakers are those things you can't take from another person, are those things that turn you off in a relationship. So today we are going to be looking at how to understand what deal breakers are and differentiate them from your standards. So these are similar, but they are different things. Your standards are values you've lived by and you've been able to uphold over the years. They are like basic blocks that hold your life together. So these are like systems you have set in place. These are the things that makes up of your standards. You will fall in love and you will find someone, and if their values and standards don't align with your belief system, it might cause issues in your relationship. That is why when you're dating, it is not a time to jump from one eatery to the other. It is not a time to buy pizza and shawarma and ice cream. Even though those things are important, they are part of the things that spice up the relationship. This is basically a time to ask questions. It is a time to study your partner. It is a time to understand your partner. It is a time to know if this person fits into your life. Now, that is why it is also important that you understand yourself, have a vision, have a purpose, and have where you're going to. Because if you don't have a life, you can't know if the person is going your destination. If you don't have a destination, you won't be asking the person where is the person going to. So you need to have a life, you need to have a purpose, you need to have a vision, you need to have a destination before you can ask the next person, what are your dreams, what are your plans, what are your goals, what are your destination, where are you going to? Can I go the same destination with you? Are we going the same place? These are important questions you must ask. You must also understand that for every relationship, there is a place of compromise. So relationship is about compromise, it's about sacrifice. But these sacrifices does not mean that you're trading your values or standards, okay? These are different things in all together. Now, it might sound funny, it might sound crazy, it might even sound impossible, but I want to tell you for free today that there is a man for every woman out there. There is a woman for every man out there. So those standards and values that you've been able to uphold for a long time, and it seems like it's too high for the person that is coming around you, is what someone out there is even looking for. That is what will attract and make another person glued to you. So those things you think are disadvantages and they're supposed to disqualify you from meeting someone you think will be your spec or your class is what another person out there is looking for. So hold on to your values, hold on to your standards. As long as they are not rigid, you're flexible enough to know when to shift grounds, to know when to adapt, to know when to adjust to the situation on ground. Make sure you keep your values and your standards in place. So simply put, deal breakers are things your partner is not ready or willing to tolerate in a relationship. Like I said, nobody is perfect. You can never meet a perfect man. You can never meet a perfect woman. But just find someone whose weakness you can tolerate. You as a person, you have weaknesses, or you have a weakness you're still trying to deal with. And you might have that weakness for a very long time in marriage till God starts helping you. So you're going to also meet someone that has a weakness he's trying to deal with. So if there are things, if this weakness in the life of this particular person is something you feel you cannot tolerate or deal with, then please don't try to force them to change. Don't try to force them to become who they don't want to be, because you cannot change anyone. Leave them, let them be, and focus on another person who is ready to accept them the way they are, or accept you the way you are, or is ready to tolerate your weakness and you're ready to tolerate their weakness till they become better persons. So for example, not everyone can marry a man or woman who snores at night. Another person might be able to deal with it, like it's just snoring. This lady has a nice heart, she's tall, she's beautiful, but she just snores. Is hereditary, she can't control it. I love her, I can't let her go. No, it might be a deal breaker for you, but someone else will be able to cope with it. So that is what we are talking about. Another thing might be someone might have body odor, and you're like, God, I can't deal with a man or woman that has body odor. I can't deal. And if you go closer to them, you understand that maybe that body odor is not even hereditary. Maybe they don't take care of themselves well. They don't use the right products, the right cream, or they don't take their baths properly. It's something you can help them with if you're willing to stay and not allow their weaknesses overshadow the love you have for them. So what am I trying to say in essence? Everybody has a weakness, and one man's weakness might be a deal breaker to another, while another person might be able to cope with that weakness. So know what your deal breaker is, know what you can cope with and what you will not be able to cope with in a relationship, so you don't start having issues later. Basically, for me, deal breakers should be traits that are toxic and takes away your peace of mind in a relationship. Okay, I feel you can adjust if it's physical appearance, you can adjust if it's snoring, you can adjust if the person has body odor, you can adjust if the person cannot cook. But when it comes to traits that are toxic, when it comes to manipulative behaviors, when it comes to silent treatment, when it comes to a partner that does not care about your peace of mind, these are things that should not be taken lightly. And if it also has to do with you compromising your standards as a believer or as a child of God, you should also know that it's toxic, because God's commandments are very clear and they are very straightforward. So you have no business with an unbeliever as a believer, because God has made it clear that light and darkness have nothing in common. So if you're a Christian, your goal should be marrying a Christian. And not just any Christian, but a Christian that understands your purpose, that understands your vision, and is ready to help you fulfill God's mandate upon your life. So the things you should be concerned about when searching for a life partner is the belief system of this person you're meeting. Do their belief system tally with yours? Do you have peace of mind in the relationship, or are you constantly under pressure? No, peace is one of the checks. In a relationship. Peace of mind. It is not something you should toy with. And most times you are not even having peace of mind because everything is settled. It's not because there is so much money. It's not because there is so much finances or resources. It is just because you know where you're going to. You know the plans you have. You know what God has told you about this person, and your mind is just settled. You are just at peace because you know God is in control. So if you marry a fine face, or you marry a big waist, or you marry a broad chest, without vision, without purpose, without ambition, you will end up living a miserable life. Set your standards right before marrying, before making the choice of a life partner. My name is Precious Edward. I hope to see you next time on this channel. Please don't forget to like, subscribe, and follow. Thank you for joining me today.